welcome everybody here today on the housing of our 2013 Pierce Velocity. Back in 1990, when we signed for our 1991 Pierce Lance, I never thought I'd be signing for another engine. But I was happy to do it. I hope I'm not signing for the next one 20-some years from now. Because this is one of them jobs nobody wants, like every other fire company. You get in and they tell me they're going to bury me from this office. So, just want to welcome everybody here today. Plenty of food and drink as usual at the firehouse. Right now I want to call up Chad Choclos, and I want to call up our two sales reps. First we have Bud Strauss, who sold us this beautiful piece of apparatus. And we're also pleased to have with us today Clarence Long, who sold us our last piece of apparatus from Pierce. So at this point we want to present them to you guys with 2 plaques. Plaques read, Award of Appreciation presented to Bud Strauss on his, Clarence Long on his, Blickfire equipment presented by the Friendship Fire Company, #1 of Englewood, Butler Township, 2013 Pierce Velocity Truck Housing and Parade, August 3rd, 2013. And we also have a copy of the CD that's in the back of the engine room for both of them. First to speak is going to be Bud, our newest sales rep, and then Clarence is going to.
Good afternoon and thank you. Throughout the year, I get into a lot of different fire companies and meet with a lot of different people. And when you pull up in front of the building and you see the name on the front of the fire company, even though it's a different name, when you walk through the door and sit down and talk to the people and hear their story, many of the stories are the same within the volunteer fire departments. And those stories are everything from staffing to training to securing the funds to purchase a piece of equipment like this. One thing that was unique about the Friendship Fire Company is that the committee that I worked with, they were all in tune with each other as far as what the end goal was to be. My job was easy because all I needed to do was guide them through certain regulations with NFPA and DOT and even OSHA. But they had a concept in mind of what they wanted to put together. And even though, you might hit a glitch here and there, they were in tune with each other to, adjust and move in the direction that we needed to move in. That made my job really easy, and it made me feel not only like, I had a committee that was really working together, but it made me feel welcome whenever I came in here because it just made things so easy. When my wife and I came over here back in May for your block party, you welcomed us with open arms, and we couldn't ask for anything more. And I just want to say thank you on behalf of Blickfire Equipment, Pierce Manufacturing, and myself. And with that, I'm not going to say too much on Clarence's part. I'll let him say whatever he needs to say. But I would like to, Bill and Ed up here, I'd like to make a presentation. I have here, I'm just going to set this down a second. What this is a picture of the truck in front of Pierce Manufacturing, in front of 3 flags that they have. And we present this to each company that takes delivery of a new piece of apparatus. So with this being a special day today, and I didn't really realize it, maybe Clarence didn't realize it, but today was, did you tell me, 22 years to the day that you dedicated the previous truck. So with this, I'd like to present this to the entire Friendship Fire Company, and thank you.
I'm going to speak from the heart here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a little tough for me after 22 years because of what happened here. What a beautiful town, what a terrific fire company. But 22 years ago, I got a phone call that Englewood was interested in a new apparatus. And I thought to myself, boy, I hope they can accept me because I'm coming from Lancaster. And when we talk at that meeting, I'm going to have a Pennsylvania Dutch accent. Well, I'll tell you what, they accepted me. And then the next thing came along and I thought, wow, do they really know about the Pierce fire apparatus? Because it is quality, good workmanship. And as we started talking at the meeting, these guys knew. I mean to tell you, they knew the Pierce fire apparatus. So that's 2 down and 1 to go. After the meeting or during the meeting, they say, Clarence, go over to the bar, we want to discuss things. And I say real early, look, I got over 70 miles to travel. It's getting late at night. I will drink 8 beer. And you know what? They respected that. And when I had my beer, they never said, do you want more? So those 3 elements just made something extra special in my life. And for that I say, really thank you very much to all the people. The fire company, the people of Englewood, you are something special. And in closing, from the bottom of my heart, thanks for your friendship.
I'd like to thank Clarence Long for their remarks and being here today. At this time, I would like to call our Chief Administrator up and our President of our Ladies Auxiliary, Sandy Cherneski. We have a presentation to the auxiliary, and we are fortunate, which there's comments made in the county and stuff, and there was one made a couple years ago at a county convention about ladies auxiliaries. We have one of the very few ladies auxiliaries left in Schuylkill County that's a flying supporter of us, and they help us out with everything we do. And we gave them some nicknames, the Queens, the Auxiliary, the whole bit. So, but we still get support. Their mission is to support us and help us with whatever we do. We also have a plaque for them today that reads basically the same thing as the other one. And the only other unique thing about all our plaques, which I didn't show you earlier, is why we still at our last Pierce. We went and we took a picture of that one and our new Pierce out of the fire school, so we could have pictures. And right now our old Pierce is down at Georgia Pacific in Georgia. They bought it for their fire brigade. So now I'm going to turn the microphone over to Sandy.
Go Sandy! Go girl, pole dance!
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Truck Housing Committee for inviting me to speak at this event. In September of 2012, the line officers came to Our Ladies Auxiliary meeting to ask for our financial support in purchasing a new fire engine. The estimated cost of this new apparatus was approximately $600,000. After much discussion, we would once again stand behind our firefighters and invest all our savings into this improvement. Since our reorganization in 1942, our mission has been to support the firefighters of this company with our time, cooperation, and our financial support. For those of you who remember, there was a fire at one of our members' homes, where, by the way, Bruce did save the dog, on the morning of one of our monthly breakfasts. So knowing the guys were responding to a call, the ladies responded to the hall to make sure the breakfast was staffed. This company was always known for being a big family. You had your family and your fire company family. It always seems when someone needs a hand, whether it be at the firehouse or at your home, your family was always there to help. We have always been a goal-oriented organization. This is not to say that it was always smooth sailing. Like any other organization, we had our share of ups and downs. Some of our more notable projects have been assisting with purchasing a new 1972 Mack, a 1991 Pierce, a new kitchen, hall renovation, new equipment, and now the new 2013 Pierce Velocity that we're here to house today. As with all organizations, there is change, some good and some not so good. The fire company has always been a place where you can come and voice your opinion, knowing in your heart that your ideas were truly for the betterment of the company. It is a place, whether your idea was supported or not, there was always good, healthy discussion, and everyone left as friends. In order for our company to continue to grow, I let you with the words of President John F. Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. So I ask you, the members of the Friendship Fire Company, standing here today, to ponder this statement. It's not what your company can do for you, what can you do for your company? As one of the few ladies auxiliaries left in our county, we would like to congratulate our firefighters on their accomplishments and welcome home our new Engine 369.
Thank you, Sandy. A little tidbit of information about our auxiliary too. When we housed our last truck, they came to us and they were a little happy with it, and they gave us a thing that they wanted to do. And the option was they wanted to drive it. So last time when we housed our truck, and everybody in the company had the same option, whether you were an engineer, driver, anybody could drive the truck at least once. Sandy last time was the only one to drive the new fire truck, but today when she came back, the first thing she said to the chief was, okay, I rode it in the parade, now when am I going to drive it? So that option's still open up to the auxiliary, and we'll let everybody know that when we're doing it, they can take it for a ride. We start out at the mall and we feel safe. They can drive it. It's their option if they want to drive it back into the station or not. So when we have that set up, we'll let all the ladies know. Right now, I want to call up our assistant chief. Oh no, he was already here. Our chief engineer, Brian Yazalewski, our captain, Doug Beecroft, and Ed Benishunas up right now. We have a couple presentations we're giving to fellow fire companies and organizations that help us out a lot. Ed's gonna...
First off, we'd like to say thanks and show appreciation to fellow township company, the American Fire Company of Fountain Springs. I'd also like to say thank you to our fellow township company, LaBelle Fire Company. They are unable to attend. They had a call. We'd also like to show appreciation and thank you to the Altamont Fire Company of West Monty Township. We get an opportunity to work alongside very often. We'd also like to show thanks and praise the Frackville Community Ambulance Association, who provide EMS services for us on majority of calls. Danny. We'd also like to show appreciation to Fire District 43, the Goodwill Hose Company of Frackville. I'd also like to send a special thanks to Altamont and Goodwill for donations made today. Altamont gave us some free fruit punch, and the Goodwill donated the beautiful flowers on the front of Engine 369. And we also need to say thanks to the Butler Township Supervisors. Without their support yearly, we'd be in a tough situation.
Our next speaker is a guy that at the meeting because everybody knows he's a cook, and at the meeting when we asked for nominations, he thought we said chef, and he said, yeah, I'll take the nomination, and here it's our chief, Ed Benishunas.
I didn't cook the hot dogs. No. That's out of my skill set. Well, as I sat down to prepare one of the first public speeches in my life, I found myself more lost than Christopher Columbus looking for the West Indies. So here goes nothing. When asked by members of the public when I step out and people say, you know, what's the Friendship Fire Company about? I often find myself using three words somewhere in my explanation. Dedicated, ambition, and envision. So, I looked them up, and according to Wiki Dictionary, the word dedicated means loyal and devoted. Today I stand amongst some of the most dedicated people in the world. Wiki Dictionary may be the expert explainers of this word, but the Friendship Fire Company defines this by replacing a flat roof with a truss roof, saving money by making us carry and set trusses by hand, instead of renting a crane, all for free lunch from President Bill Blickley. Waking up early, around 5 a.m. on the second Sunday of the fall and winter months to prepare for our monthly breakfast fundraiser, answering the alarm at 2:30 in the morning when a tree limb falls on 61, only to find out that a passerby already removed it. So I moved on and looked up in Webster, see what ambitious means, and it has the desire to achieve a particular goal. In the world of the Englewood, you'll find us gathering together on a Friday night in January, February, and March to roll, stuff, and pinch pierogies to meet our goal of 10,000 homemade pierogies to sell at our annual block party. Although buying commercially produced product would be easier, it falls on deaf ears around here. SoFreeDictionary.com says envision is to picture in the mind. The one thing we've envisioned for the past 5 years is replacing a 1991 Pierce Lance with a new engine someday. Conversation turned from just a few of us having idle chit-chat sitting around to selling the dream to committee meetings, to getting quotes and finally specking out this great piece with salesman Bud Strauss of Blickfire. Many times I found myself thinking this was all a dream when I left the firehouse. I really didn't sink in until about 6 of us pack up and head out west for 15 hours on a road trip with 5 of my closest friends who I smelled all the way to and from. I realized it was all happening for real. It was all possible due to the vision set before us and such a high standard set by the guys that came before us to hand it down to us today. So to sum it all up, this engine means more hard work for a dedicated, ambitious group of envisioned people, of men and women for the next 15 years so we can purchase another piece in 20 years. On the bright side, we only have 77,500 dozen pierogies away from owning this one. So I'd like to say thank you to the members and, of course, most importantly, you, the public, for without your support today, we wouldn't be here.
He's being a jokester, he turned the mic off. Now he tells me we have somebody wants to present something to us, Danny Markevich from the West End Fire Company, so I'm going to ask Ed to come up here for the presentation.
My history goes back pretty good with these guys. There's been many a night I spent here in the bar. This was the base for the Mustang Sally trips. I think I ever knew on one of them, which got me to have an idea. Waiting to go, we'd stare at those pictures on the wall, the apparatus and the history of the company. So what I did, and I don't know if Pat McCabe's here, maybe he's doing his trooper thing today, is I have a picture of the new engine that was taken out at the fire school. And God bless Pat McCabe, we spent an hour out there jogging and to get it right in the sun. So there's an EVOC certificate coming from him, so he's good for EVOC for a couple of years. I just want to say my thanks and congratulations on your new engine.
A personal joke that I've been reminded, if anybody was here at the last housing, I was reminded that I should try to get the bottle to smash the first time and not put 2 dents in the front of the truck that we had till we sold it. So I'm taking the advice of the chief, because he told me where to strike the bottle. So I'm going to try this again, guys. I don't want to strike it.
Lord, hit your showers, Bill.
Yeah? Yep.
Number one.
Take one, Billy.
Strike one.
The problem is we buy
Martini and Rossi.
we buy good champagne, Martini and Rossi.
Be consistent. Practice.
Take two.
Get some steel. Don't use the dime.
Truck's a piece of junk.
Take the cork out and dump the wine on the bottom. Bottom right there. Do it there. Bottom of the bottom. Here's a desk.
Oh boy.
There you go.
I listen to my chief.
Go to the windshield.
I dented it again.
Billy. This opens Billy.
Go ahead, go. Shake it up, Bill. Shake it up. Shake it.
I'm out of here.
We're really sure.
Hey, Dougie.
Oh, there's a new idea. You know that?